Students, hello once again. Today we're going to be talking about something that is a little bit complicated. It looks really complicated, but actually it's much easier than you think. Maybe it's much easier than I think. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about present perfect simple and present perfect continuous and kind of the difference between those two tenses. This video might be a little bit difficult for you if you're a lower level English speaker, but try to get through it. It shouldn't be too hard. And if you're an intermediate or upper intermediate student, this should be simply a review. Okay, now we're going to talk about the difference between present perfect simple and continuous one by one, just to keep it a little bit simple. Both sides of the whiteboard have a relationship. So number one, as you may have seen in a previous present perfect simple video, we use present perfect simple for unfinished states. Now remember, a state verb is not an action. We can't use ing with these verbs like love, hate, know. For example, we can't use those with ing, which of course we use with present perfect continuous over there. Now, here let's look at this example. I've been a teacher since 2006. Now the verb be is a state verb, and the past participle for be is been. So we can't say I have been being a teacher because we can't use state verbs with ing. If we want to use an action, we would talk about unfinished actions using the continuous tense. I have been teaching since 2006. Now, these two sentences have exactly the same meaning, but the focus here is on the state, whereas the focus here is on the action. Actually, exactly the same meaning, no difference. As a native speaker, I will use both interchangeably and with no reason at all. So, good luck. Moving on. Next, we're going to talk about the result of an activity versus the duration of an activity. Here we're going to answer the question, how many? And here we're going to answer the question, how long? So, using the teacher example again, I have taught 3 classes today. Okay, so maybe I taught morning class, mid-afternoon class, and then an evening class. How many classes have you taught? I have taught 3 classes today. We're talking about the result, which usually is a number. Oh, I have read 53 pages today. Oh, I have run 10 kilometers today. I'm not finished because remember, present perfect, these actions are not finished until we get to number 3. But I'm going to continue running more. I've run 10 kilometers, but I haven't stopped. Maybe I'm going to run 20 or 30 or 40. Yeah, I can't run even 10, so don't worry about that. Maybe 1 or 2. So here I've taught 3 classes. How many? I've been teaching for 6 hours. I'm talking about how long. At my school, classes are 2 hours each. 3 times 2 is 6. I seem to do a lot of math in my videos. Don't know why. So I've been teaching for 6 hours. How long have you been teaching? For 6 hours. I'm answering the question, how long, not how many. I have read 60 pages. How long have you been reading? I've been reading for 1 hour. I have run 10 kilometers. How long have you been running? I've been running for an hour. Same meaning, same length of time. One is focused on the result, and the other is focused on the duration. So result versus duration. Easy, right? Moving on. Now this is where it's a little confusing because I just told you we use present perfect simple and continuous for unfinished actions. Yeah, but that's not always true. So let's look at number 3. A recently completed one-time action. For example, I have cut my finger. Okay, one time I cut my finger. I can still see the finger is cut. So This is really important. We have to be able to see the result of the activity or the result of the action. I have cut my finger 1 time. Okay? Next, we're talking about recently completed repeated actions. So again and again and again and again and again. So maybe my friend asks me, why are you crying? Okay? I don't want to tell them the real reason. So I say, I have been cutting onions. Cutting onions, cutting onions, cutting onions. Okay? So that is a repeated action. A repeated action. Now, I can't say I've been cutting my finger, okay? Because then maybe I need to go somewhere and see a doctor. Not a brain doctor. Okay, so that's it. I hope this was pretty easy. But if you don't know, or if you're not familiar with present perfect simple or just present perfect continuous, subscribe below, check out some of our other videos, and yeah, good luck. English is hard.